First things first, Xplore Mindz is here to make a change. Healthy lives, clean air, a brand new range, oh, a brand new range, oh.
Welcome back to the Rohan Aru's The Xplore Mindz podcast. In our season 2 premiere, we tackle the external boundary of digital distraction. Today, we focus inward on the most important boundary of all, the line between support and control. We are diving into fostering independence, how to empower your child to own their academic success. Parents, we are all wired to help our children succeed. When we see them struggling, or worse, procrastinating, our natural instinct is to step in, check the planner, set the schedule, and remind them about every single deadline. We become the chief academic manager. But here is the danger. While micromanagement might deliver a good short-term result, especially around SPM or STPM, it creates long-term academic weakness. It fosters what we call it learned helplessness. When the child never creates their own study plan, never experiences the natural consequences of missing a deadline, and never has to solve their own scheduling conflict, we rob them of two things: resilience and ownership. If the parent owns the schedule, the student owns the failure. But if the student owns the schedule, they own the success. And that intrinsic motivation is what truly drives high performance in the long run. So, how do we transition from being the manager to being the coach? We use a strategic gradual withdrawal plan we call the 3 Ds of the delegation. First D, define. Start by defining roles clearly. Sit down together and clarify. My job as a parent is to ensure you have a quiet, distraction-free environment, nutritious food, and the resources you need. Your job as the student is to define your schedule, manage your materials, and set your own goals. Defining the roles removes ambiguity and clarifies responsibility. The second D for delegate the process. This is the most critical step. Instead of giving a student a task, study history for 2 hours, delegate the process. You need to create the timetable for history this week. Show me the plan. Delegate the creation of the revision schedule, the organizing of the notes, and the setting of the immediate study goals. The last one, D for distance, the hardest D. Parents, you must create physical and emotional distance from the academic workflow. This means resisting the urge to check the backpack every night or peer over the shoulder every 10 minutes. Stepping back allows the students to encounter problems and crucially solve them. Remember, problems are the engine of the learning. We change our communication to reinforce independence. We move from what questions that focus on the outcomes to how questions focus on process. Instead of, did you study today? What grade did you get on the last test? Try this empowering how questions. How did you decide what to prioritize today? It can encourage planning. How are you going to approach that challenging chapter? It encourages strategy and problem solving. If you could redo that test, what process will you change next time? This encourages reflection and ownership. By asking how, you are signaling that you trust their capability to plan and execute. Positioning yourself as a supportive consultant, not a demanding boss. Fostering independence is an investment. It might feel uncomfortable initially, and there might be small setbacks. But the long-term payoff, a self-reliant, resilient, intrinsically motivated young adult, is worth every moment. You are not just raising a student, you are raising a leader. Join us next week as we tackle Another critical element of the home environment, building a positive home study atmosphere beyond the desk, creating a physical and emotional space where focus thrives. Until next time, keep exploring the mind. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you.
First things first, Xplore Mindz is here to make a change. Healthy lives, clean air, a brand new range. Oh, a brand new range. Oh. Second thing, second doom, cities green and bright. For